which is a singles match for the Warriors of Wrestling Women's World Championship. This singles bout is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first,
Suzy Tonic. She has had many a match with the defending champion, Misty. Here is another opportunity for her to get back the Women's Championship that she lost thanks to, well, Jalen White. I mean, Jalen White interfered in her and Misty's matchup, and ultimately it cost Suzy Tonic her championship.
and her opponents.
The W.O.W. Women's Champion is at Captain Lawrence Brewery. You would never know it, but Suzy, Tonic, and Misty were once best friends. And now it's as if, well, they're pure hatred for one another. And you'll see that hatred on display throughout this matchup. Misty was once a wrestler that performed with honor, with valor, and that seems to have gone all out the window. She will do everything and anything to keep that woman's championship.
I'd like to welcome you both to this singles contest for the Warriors of Wrestling Women's World Championship. The man in charge of the sound of the bell, Shri Torres. Introducing first, the challenger. She fights out of Brooklyn, New York, and is the former Warriors of Wrestling Women's World Champion, Suzy Tonic! And her opponent, also fighting out of Brooklyn, New York. Tonight she stands before you in her first defense as your Warriors of Wrestling Women's World Champion. This is tiny but mighty Misty.
And she does not even care about the crowd's reaction. And that's what it's all about. The W.O.W. Women's Championship.
Suzy, you ready?
Ready.
Misty, you ready?
I guess.
With the bell!
All right, our first title match
We have our differences,
underway.
right? I'm the champion and you're not. Okay. And that's okay. But listen. I did take it from you, but I'm asking for a second chance. Second chance. Second chance? Yeah. Give you a second chance. I don't think I'd want to give you a second chance. You don't want to give me a second chance? I don't think I'm going to give you so you're telling me no. You're telling me no. Yeah, I'm telling you no.
Oh my goodness! A slap right across the face that she tried, evading the ring, but Suzy dragging her back in, and right hands relentlessly being delivered to the temple. Oh, and now Misty turning things up, delivering some strikes of her own, and just a huge back and forth of strikes. And what did I tell you about that hatred? Taking out the legs, and Suzy's chin meets the second turnbuckle. And there's an opening for Misty. Some stomps to the abdomen and non-stop. 1 second away from being disqualified, and while the championship advantage still exists, I believe, the championship cannot change hands based on a disqualification. And now applying pressure with the knees to the back of the neck of Suzy.
You listen to what I say. I'm the referee.
And Ref Shady is not having any of Misty's tactics. And Suzy comes right back with her right hand to the ribcage, but Misty, one stomp sends her back into the corner. You can truly feel the intensity in the building from the action here, and the leg to the chest. That wiped out Suzy. And a stomp to the back to follow. Ooh. Suzy doing everything she can to try to fight back, try to get back to her feet. Now Misty gonna send Suzy for a ride and into a clothesline. And now the tiny but mighty boot of Misty into the neck of Suzy. Suzy is just fighting for breath here. Unable to get an opening, but this might be her opportunity. Again sent to the ropes and the back elbow. Pinfall 2. Only 2.
You're serious?
Shoulder up, 2.
And Misty does not agree with the count, but that indeed was 2. Ooh, Suzy sent face first into that top turnbuckle. And Misty not letting her go anywhere and not giving her any time to recover.
Come on, Suzy.
That hip attack again, and just letting her have it. And the Brewing Company loving everything about this. Misty turned her attention to the audience, and that might have been the beginning of her downfall as Suzy gets some shots to the ribs and, wait a minute, a jawbreaker. Into a chop and more. Now Misty going for the right, no. Reverses the momentum. And sweeping out the legs. Suzy, what's she thinking here? And she's going for it, folks. The Devil's Kiss in the center of the ring. Now some shots to the ribcage once more. Ooh, a shot right to the side of the head. But Suzy responds with the back elbow. And kicking Misty to the mat. Clothesline, another. Momentum back on Suzy's side. 1, 2. Close count there for Suzy. Nearly had a new champion. Wait. Dave! No! Ref Shady Torrent hit with the Suzy Stunner! What the hell? Misty putting the official in harm's way, and now she has her hands on the Women's Championship! Suzy just in a daze, doesn't know what to do here. Kick to the abdomen, and just whipped with the Women's Championship! Now laying it in the center of the mat. What's she thinking? And an X Factor, her face right on the steel plate of the championship. 1, 2, and Misty has retained her title.
Here is your winner, and still Warriors of Wrestling Women's World Champion, Misty.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, what did I tell you? The hatred runs deep between both women, and it showed in the effects of that matchup. And in the end, as I said before as well, Misty will not stop at anything to keep that title, putting the referee in harm's way, using that opportunity to her advantage to retain the W.O.W. Women's Championship. What is next for the era of Misty in the W.O.W. Women's Division?